Report of Trust, an all-new podcast series brought to you by Galaxy Surfactants Limited, a leading player in the world of surfactants and specialty care ingredients for home and personal care industry.
The difference between a company and a sustainable company is how they create an atmosphere of trust, not just with their employees, but also with all their stakeholders. Trust is an intangible indicator that reaps tangible results. Hello everyone, I am Isha Patwari, your host for Galaxy's first ever podcast series, Report of Trust. Through this podcast, we are celebrating Galaxy's 10th Sustainability Report. Today, I have with us Mr. K. Natarajan, Executive Board Member and Chief Operating Officer of Galaxy Surfactants Limited with us to discuss on the first topic, Introduction to Sustainability Reporting and its benefits. Hello, Mr. Natarajan. Thank you for joining our podcast series.
Thank you, Isha. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to talk on a subject that is so close to my heart.
Galaxy Surfactants got listed in the Indian Stock Exchange in 2018, but the vision for a sustainable future began well before it got listed. It's a rare thing for a company in the chemical space to come out and proactively talk about its sustainability-related activities. This year, Galaxy has released its 10th sustainability report. I would like to therefore start by asking my first question. What does sustainability mean to Galaxy?
Sustainability is a significant part of our DNA. Just to give you an insight as to why do I call it as part of our DNA. The promoters of Galaxy, when they came together in 1979, February to be precise, they carved out what we term as the motto of Galaxy. And in that motto statement that almost 42 years back, they had very clearly captured as the second statement of the motto that Galaxy shall fulfill its commitments to society. Obviously, at that time they were pretty new to doing business, but it gives me great pride to say that they thought about the Galaxy as an organization ensuring its commitments to society as a pretty significant portion of our existence. Sustainability for us, I would say, is to be a front runner for sustainable growth, create positive impact as we reduce environmental footprint, and also to promote inclusive growth. We are determined and committed to create and provide sustainable value to all our key stakeholders. As I said, our motto, our mission, and vision serve as the guiding pillars in this journey of a sustainable and responsible business growth. Our aim is to decouple environmental and social issues from economic growth and generate positive value for all our partners, stakeholders, and the larger section of the society. Galaxy will strive to minimize environmental impact by setting long-term sustainability goals. Over the past several years, I'm happy and proud to state that we have made substantial progress in managing the environment and also in terms of positively moving in terms of achieving our sustainability goals.
So, being the thought leader or setting the benchmark for sustainability reporting is an admirable objective. Growth is not individual. Growth is growth when it's inclusive. This brings me to my second question. Why is it essential for you to have value chain partners who do sustainability reporting?
Well, it's extremely important because sustainability journey is an interdependent journey. It's not an independent journey. Because we as Galaxy needed to get more intimate and aware about what sustainability is about. But as we got more mature in this process, we realized that sustainability is all about an interdependent journey where the entire value chain has to be made sustainable. Sustainable development obviously promotes inclusive growth. Along with the growth of the organization, it is important that stakeholders associated with it, like the value chain partners, community, nation, environment at large, should be impacted positively. We also need to understand that current issues like climate change, water stress, waste management, inequality, biodiversity, etc. are all global and require all stakeholders to work together. In other words, sustainability is an attribute of a system that allows its interrelated members to thrive and to survive in the face of unpredictable shocks over extended periods. To bring transparency, it is important to have disclosures made through sustainability reporting. Not only that, the reporting and the disclosure through the sustainable reporting also brings confidence to our investors, the markets, and other stakeholders with a more reliable information. It's also important we realize that you get your sustainability reports verified by external parties. When we started off, we got our sustainability report of the last year certified by an external authority. But the first 10 years, we essentially were only doing it ourselves. The reason we felt that it needs to be verified by an external, a certified external authority, is probably to also know as to whether we're doing things right, whether that in different perspective that an expert knows about what we're doing on the sustainability front, and it essentially strengthens further our resolve to remain committed to the sustainability journey that we are on.
That's perfect. A sustainable organization maintains a level of transparency that reaffirms its position as a company that thinks above and beyond the financial side of running a business. Good intentions are a start to great results. Just having a sustainability team with good intentions, though, is not enough. I would therefore want to ask you about what is the role of governance and top management in the reporting journey?
The two important roles that top management has in this reporting journey. First is to set the agenda, get the entire organization aligned, okay, on the why of this journey and also the what and how of this journey. More so the why, because the what and the how is something the various other internal stakeholders can find their way. The second important role of the top management is to reduce the knowing-doing gap, because everyone knows that why we need to do it, but it's important that everyone does what they're supposed to do. So the role of the top management essentially is to set the agenda and then also ensure, that the consciousness is continuously maintained within the organization. And in case there are any hurdles or any pitfalls that we're seeing in terms of this journey, how do we contribute in terms of ensuring that the required support is given and we are able to continue progressing well on this sustainability journey. To bring long-term value, stability and better productivity and more efficient resource management is also an important role of the top management. And it's also important that we continuously strive as top management to integrate our ESG metrics into every investment decision and every significant decision that we take as top management, which may have an impact on our sustainability goals.
That's a great insight that a management must focus essentially on the why part. Coming to the end consumers. Consumers today place increased importance on sustainable products and especially on companies that disclose effectively and proactively. Can you explain this market pull and how consumer expectations are manifesting into disclosure trends in the manufacturing industry particularly?
That the world is changing faster than ever. It is also becoming increasingly difficult to keep with competitors as technology spurs both the rate of and access to innovation. Amid this change, it is difficult for companies to understand why industries are evolving in the way they are today, much less predict how they evolve into the future. We also know the sort of GDP growth that the world economy has been registering over the last several years has created huge demand for natural resources, driven obviously by population expansion and huge amount of demand growth that's been happening in the emerging markets. This obviously has resulted in a significant and a corresponding growth in demand for energy and a corresponding increase in carbon emissions. With new technology, the relationship between GDP and energy use will decouple, but it will also bring fresh demands for diverse commodities too. The demand for efficient and environmentally friendly products is increasing in a pretty significant way over the last 3 years. Consumers and investors are extremely aware and are very sensitive towards the agenda related to social and environmental issues. We as an organization required to be very agile as consumers today are hyper-connected, they're very ecology conscious, they want safe products, safe for themselves and safe for the environment. They require customization. They're looking obviously for a new experience and yes, ethical living to ensure that we do not harm any living organisms. We are very clear that Galaxy is committed, not to do animal testing on any of its products to prove its efficacy. And that's a big commitment that we have made in terms of ensuring that we are ethical in whatever we do, not only to human beings but also to the other living organisms.
That is so well put, sir. This podcast series is being recorded so that we can share Galaxy's experience with our audiences. Like I said, we started this journey way before it became mandatory for us. A part of our audience here is just starting out their reporting journey. What advice would you give them to make their own report of trust?
Get awareness built within the organization. Get clear in terms of the why of the sustainability journey. Set the agenda. Set the journey in motion. After having done that, it is important that once internal stakeholders have got sufficiently sensitized and the journey has begun well, it is important that the sustainable reporting is adopted by the organization. As I said earlier, that it's important that we build a positive pressure by making our sustainability journey and goals known to the world at large. And this will ensure that we do not have any excuse moving forward when we face any hurdles to regress in the sustainability journey. So it's so very important that you make announcements to the world at large, and that's through the sustainability reporting. And it will also ensure that the world gets to know what we are doing, and we'll be on course to ensure that we don't get handicapped or we don't suspend the journey on sustainability because we have faced some major hurdles, because this journey is a very significant one. There will be pitfalls, there will be significant challenges, but making an announcement to the entire world ensures that we focus more on the solution than focusing on the problem, because then we are answerable to all the stakeholders to whom we have made it public. Other important stuff is that the reporting also ensures that sustainability initially starts as an initiative, but when you start reporting, it becomes a movement within the organization. So it's so important. What starts as an initiative should transform itself into a movement which will ensure that it's made sustainable, and we only keep moving forward, and not taking even a single step back.
That's wonderful. So have the confidence to announce your goal and start sustainability as an initiative and eventually turn it into a movement. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us for our podcast. And it has been great having this conversation with you.
Oh, thank you. The pleasure was all mine, Isha. Appreciate this initiative and wishing us all the very best in the sustainability journey. Thank you.
If you are keen to see how reporting can make a positive impact, join us in our next episode, where we'll have another insightful conversation on what are the typical challenges of sustainability reporting and how to overcome them. If you enjoyed our podcast, please do like or share and let us know your thoughts in the comment section. That's all for this episode. See you next time on Report of Trust.